Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the hiderhunt.com series. If you haven't joined us yet, I hope that you will. It's a $5 fee to get in, but I think it's a lot of fun. Cool game mode, something a little different. But on this episode, we're going to do a couple things. One, we're going to go visit another YouTuber base. I'm going to go visit TGValliant's base. His base was raided, but he's got a wall of subscribers up. So I thought he didn't put my name in. So I'm going to go down there. I'm going to remind him to put my name in and see what's going on out that way. Then we're going to go ahead and try to build a grinder. Not sure if it's going to be a cow grinder or it's going to be a farm, but we need to do something to up our game. All right, so we're going to do a couple things. Let's go run out and see TGValliant. So, of course, I've been watching other YouTubers that are playing the hiderhunt.com server. And I'm visiting one of those just now. He left his cords up in his video. And I know he said in his video he left this location. He's moving his main base somewhere else because it did get raided. But he said he's going to leave the farm base up and leave the wall of subscribers. So yeah, the farm is still up. And I left a little calling card on the wall. I hope the new base is going well. And I wanted to come out and check this for myself since the cords were up on the screen, even though he had blacked out the place where normal cords go. And this is a great tip for other YouTubers. Because of the length of the cords changes, the text scrolls on the screen, and so you have to compensate for that as well. If you're going to blur out cords, remember that when you do that, there will also be coordinates for what you're looking at, and that's where he messed up on this one. Was regular cords were covered, but when he looked at a location, the text string got longer, it bumped to the next level, and boom, there were the cords. So don't use small black bars. Definitely use a blur feature and block it all out so that you don't accidentally show off any cords you didn't mean to. And it will save you some heartbreak along the way. But yeah, small base, just checking it out, visiting a fellow YouTuber. And yeah, man, we should do a collab sometime. I don't know what we would do, but I still have a dream. I have a dream of getting a bunch of YouTubers from the server and getting a bunch of folks and see how many people we can put on one track in one long train at one time. I just think that would be hilarious. I don't know why, but I think that's something we should do. For the views. As you can see, I've already been mining out for a little while, and I've got some more to do for this new base. But I know that we wanted to work on something for this episode that would be helpful for everybody. And yet at the same time, have a theme to it. So if you watch Bobble's video yesterday, you see that he made a mob grinder. And did a little bit of redstone, a little bit of clockwork, and made himself a hands-off mob grinder, easy for pig or cow, or I think even mushroom would work with that too. But yeah, he got that up and running, and it worked great. And so I figured let's go the other route. Let's do one that we can do for crops, and maybe we could put this up, somewhere near a place where we can sell these goods. But so now what's left is the theme. What do we do it for a theme? Well, if you've played on this server for longer than 5 minutes, somebody is going to go into chat and say, why is there a villager spawning near me? The reason for that is because this server has a plugin that stops players from logging out while in combat. And what happens is they hit the log out button, they get freaked out, somebody's nearby, but you actually remain in the game as a player, able to be hit and killed for a certain time after you log out. There's a timer. A result of that plugin is that when you come back in, the placeholder sometimes still exists. And I think it pretty much always still exists, at least for me. And so you log back in and there's a villager standing right where you logged off. So if you see a random villager somewhere, the reality is that at some point there was a person there and they logged out. So there may be a person going to log back in that same spot. So that makes the game a little bit more interesting. You can't just run and log off and get away. You actually have to resolve the situation. You got to either fight it out, or you've got to get decent distance between you and the guy that's following you that they can't find your placeholder. So anyway, so what do we do with all these villagers? So if you watch my mini video, if not, it's right available here. We had some fun with villagers. We decided to make fun of the fact that everybody's using these railroads. Even now the villagers are taking over using them. So we had some fun with that. Spawned a bunch of villagers in. I just kind of had some fun. So this time we're going to do something with villagers and see if we can't get them to work for us. Now we know they've disabled some of the stuff for villagers, but how much? Because I was playing around and I was looking away, and all of a sudden I heard somebody harvest something. And I turned around, and the only other thing in the room was a villager. So there still may be a possibility that we could take advantage of the fact that we've got villagers. And honestly, an almost unlimited supply of villagers. So we're going to play with it and see what we can do. Anyway, we're gonna mine this all out and come back here in a minute. So crucial to what we're doing here is this is the house where the villager is going to live, right? We're going to make it look like a real house. It's going to have a roof. It's going to have everything it needs for the AI to know that this is a house. To see if this is going to work. Will a villager return to this house? I don't know. All right, so this is the house the villager lives. We're going to have a block that can keep him locked in here when we don't want him out. The goal is to try to give the villager what he needs, only what he needs, which is the seeds, so that he can replant the farm. If he picks up all the wheat, it's going to go into his inventory, and you don't get that back even if you kill the villager. I want a system that will leave the wheat and then give all the seeds to the villager. Don't know if it's going to work, but it would work on a normal server. So let's see how much of it we can get to work towards our purposes here. Just imagine sitting back and watching as your villagers do all the work for you. Wouldn't that be great? That's the goal here.
I'm following your lead, I'm following this feeling. I'm conquering this fear, I'm busting through the ceiling. I'm following your lead, I'm following this feeling. I'm conquering this fear, I'm busting through the ceiling. I'm following your lead, I'm following this feeling. I'm conquering this fear, I'm busting through the ceiling. I'm following your lead, I'm following this feeling. Conquering this fear, I'm busting through the ceiling. Busting through the ceiling, busting through the ceiling. I'm following your lead, I'm following this feeling. I'm conquering this fear, I'm busting through the ceiling. I'm following your lead, I'm following this feeling. Conquering this fear, I'm busting through the ceiling. Busting through the ceiling, busting through the I'm following your lead, I'm following this feeling. Conquering this fear, I'm busting through the ceiling. Following your lead, I'm following this feeling. Conquering this fear, I'm 1, 2, 3, go!
All right, so here we want to test that we've got a working mechanism here. Hit the button. All three dump their water, and all the water is pushing everything towards the center. Where on a normal server, you could do lots of hoppers and some automatic stuff. But here, I think we're going to have to do old school, simplistic. Seems to be working. Let's go ahead and plant and give it a real test. All right, moment of truth, guys. We've got a villager spawned in. I had to die, come back on. And I'm throwing him seeds. He's not taking them. Throw him seeds. Literally, the whole thing hinges on this. He is moving so slow, but he wants to do it. You can see it. Look at him. He's got the plot laid on it. He's leaving the seeds. Pick up the seeds. Look, you plant. Have you forgotten everything, farmer? Okay, I'll help you out. Remember, this is how it goes. Oh, this is not good, guys. All right, take the seeds. Look, it's already starting to grow. The growth rates on this server is crazy. Which means more money for us, so I'm going to stop complaining. Okay. The whole thing is planted. Work with me. I'm just going to sit out here. I'm just going to watch you. And just remember, you're a farmer. Okay, this is painful, guys. He's just staring at the seeds. Maybe we got to speak his language. Huh. Oh, okay. Yes, that's you. You are the farmer. You must gather the wheat. You can do it, bro. I don't think he wants to do it. All right. Is this a fail? Let's go! All right. He remembered how to be a farmer, and he planted it back. Where'd he get the seeds? And he's leaving the wheat alone. All right, guys. So this seems to be a proof of concept. Maybe I should just spawn 20 villagers in here and just put the water on a timer. What do you think? Anyway, see if you guys can get it to work. See if you can actually become millionaires from your legion of villagers. Anyway, we got to get out of here. It's been over 19 minutes. We got to cut this video. And we'll catch you next time.